There we go. So, Ashley, it's a pleasure to have you. What have you been up to today? You said right off camera you've been doing a bike session.
Yeah, I just come up from the gym. All the team was in the gym, but yeah, it was quite horrible. A lot of squatting, a lot of leg pressing, a lot of especially a bike interval session was just horrible. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for having me on this interview. It's great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. No, it's an absolute pleasure, man. Absolute pleasure. And I think one of the things I wanted to start off with is your definition of success, because obviously you've achieved a lot as a Paralympian, you've achieved a lot in sport, you've achieved a lot in life. And a lot of young people we work with, they might look at you and go, well, I'm never going to be like Ashley. I'm never going to have those opportunities. And they have a sort of a difficult relationship with success. So I wanted to ask you, as an athlete and as a person, now that you've achieved what you've achieved, how do you define success? What does it mean to you?
You can easily slip into an abyss of success as medals, you know.
Yes.
It's true. You know, if you win medals, of course you look successful. And I'm not going to lie, you are successful if you win medals. However, success is a mindset for me. Success is getting up when you don't want to train. Success is when you're in a training hall and you're having a hard time and it's not going your way, try to find the way. If you're losing in a match and you still carry on, that's success. So success for me is consistency in the training hall and the competition. Every day when you're grinding, putting in the effort, that's what success is. And the medals will speak for itself, I think. Yeah. If you do all that work, it will come. It will come. It might not come when you want it, but it will come.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And obviously there's a great message there, but practically on a day when the pressure is on, either in training or in performance, when you're in a match, how do you cope? You know what I mean? Because again, you know, we're sat here talking about it and it's great to say when you're out of the match or when you've just done a training session, you know, the work will come and it will get there. But practically when you are feeling the pressure, what do you do to cope? What are your coping mechanisms?
Habits. Whether you train in the hall or whether you do a competition, wherever you do in the hall and how you train in the gym will pursue when you play in a match, for sure. So I would say, whatever you do day in, day out, and if your habits are good, if you have bad habits, you know, you're gonna have bad results. And if you're not gonna, you want to do what you want to do on the court, but then you moan a lot. Let's say, because it happens to me, like I moan, I'm like, oh, it's not happening. But then I actually go ahead, did I actually train that hard that week? Or did I have bad habits of coming in a bit later or not, like moaning, whatever? Because we all do it. But like, yeah, habits. You have to have good habits, I would say, to make sure you get what you want out of your, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. And when you talk about those habits, you know, just the two or three key habits that you have that you've maintained, even on bad days. You know, what is it that you do every day without fail that gives you that motivation?
So yeah, you know what? It's like, because obviously my habits you don't think about because I've just done it all my life or like all my career. But I would say just getting out of bed and make sure you just get out and not like moan. And then when you're in the hall, you're engaged. That's one thing I do. Get out of bed straight away. Get up, try and make sure it's a different day. Be bright, be positive. And when I get into that hall, it's a different day. Even if I had a bad day yesterday, and just keep on going. I don't know how I do it, but over years, I guess you just get used to it. And that's all I could say, really. It's just getting up and saying, oh, you can't be asked, but you just got to get up and grind. You got to keep on going. And then when you're in the hall, stay engaged. Those are the habits that I guess have made me get to where I am today.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And thank you for recounting those. In terms of your motivation outside of training, you've talked in previous interviews about your family and stuff like that. When you're having a bad day, because a lot of the young people I work with, they just struggle getting out of bed. They just struggle with that motivation. You've talked a little bit about it just now, making sure that you do it, making sure you get out of bed, making sure that you celebrate every day as a new day. But again, practically outside of training, outside of work, what is it that's motivating you? Think, your family, friends, anything, it could be video games, could be art. What is it that's motivating you, particularly when you're having that bad day and you need that focus?
For me, I know it might just sound, it's because I've been given a gift, or this is my life. I'm a table tennis athlete, and there's people in an office, and they're not there. Let's not say they're hating it, but let's say they're at an office job, and it's just always constant office job. I'm initially getting paid to hit a ball over a white net, and I've been paid to go to the gym to work hard and improve on my table tennis during the day, not after in the morning, bright and early before work, or after work at like 7, 8, 9 in the night. I'm getting paid to do this. So sometimes you got to appreciate what I have. Yeah. Because there's people out there that goes to work and then come before or after work really early. They go into the gym and they're just staying fit. I'm staying fit for a reason, Like I'm not saying, I'm just saying the norm. But like, sometimes I gotta just go. This being an athlete, it's hard when you're in it, and when you're training and playing at that present, it's so hard. Like today, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best session. I didn't hit the targets I wanted to on the bike, but I still appreciated it and I gave it my all. But tomorrow's gonna be another day, and I carry on going. It's that's what I love about it. There's no, whatever you put into it, you will get out. And you need to cover. And it's one of those sports, or every sport, everyone can relate to. It's not like, I believe office jobs are very, very tough. The hours are incredible. I'm not saying it's not easy. It's very hard. Like, sometimes you finish at 8 and then the next day you're in at 8. And people, and I appreciate what I do, because I'm like, well, I have a lot of time off to rest, to recover. When I'm in it, it's hard. It is hard, but at the same time, we get a lot. The work-life balance is very good being an athlete. The coaches respect us because when we're putting in the effort, we're very tired. Like straight after, after the gym, I hauled into my car. I was like, right, I've got an interview right this, and then the next thing. But like, I guess that's just drilled in now. Being an athlete, like, it's just I got the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. But like, when you see people in like work and what I'm doing, you got to appreciate what you're doing in life. Like, I'm thankful and grateful. Like, it's hard, don't get me wrong. There's times where I'm on the bike or training and I'm just like, I just wish I was, the grass is green on the other side. But actually, it's really not. And I've got to appreciate what I've got. And I actually love being an athlete. It's hard. In the moment, it's very hard. But it's okay.
Absolutely, man. And one of the things that I sort of try and get across to people is the importance of community. Now, in previous chats, you've spoken about how long you've known your team for, and how connected you are. And I also wanted to ask you about the value of your team and the people you're working with, the people you see at the gym, the people you're training with, the people you're competing with. To what extent do they inspire you, and do they motivate you as well, the people around you?
Yeah, we've got a great team. We've got before Tokyo, we've got 2 world champions. No, sorry, 3. 2 world champions, 2 Paralympic champions. So that's the best. To be around them is no pressure for us. But they motivate us to get better. We motivate them still. We humble them as well, obviously. But our team is great. We're such a young team. It's a team that's been together for a long time. It's not like transitioned and people have dropped out. It's a lot of people are the same. So we the whole bit from Beijing, London cycle to now. And then obviously at the games we did a fantastic as a team together. But on to Paris. But our team's great. We're very together. We're very especially on the call, we're very supportive as well, and we don't wish anything bad for each other, which is good. It's not toxic at all.
Absolutely. And are there any additional pressures on you when you go out there on your own, and when you're on your own as an athlete, to when you're working in the team? I guess there's a little bit more intensity.
Yeah, obviously you have to think about yourself. Obviously, when you're in a singles match, and it's quite selfish sport. Individual sport, I think, is a bit of selfish, because you have to think about yourself to be successful. That's why I lack a little bit of selfishness to be the best. But you have to be self-disciplined, which I have, and everyone else on the team has. And we're a team, but it's interesting because we're a team on the para table tennis GB, but at the same time it's an individual sport. So we've got support, but when we're playing, we've got to care about ourselves and ourselves only. So it's quite weird to go, yeah, we're a team, but when we're just playing singles, I've got to care about myself, which it's good and bad. It brings the best out of people, but it's sometimes the worst out of people. So it depends on you.
Yeah, I guess. And that's a good question. What have you learned about yourself from the beginning of your career? How have you changed and developed from the person you were at the start? Because you've been doing this since you were very, very young. The start of your career until now. How have you changed and developed, and what have you learned about yourself?
I've learned to work harder.
Right.
Yeah, I've learned to work harder. I've learned to know what it takes to be an elite athlete. I didn't know before, like, say, pre or post London, I didn't really know what it took. I just thought, you just go full time, you do this, you do that, they tell you what to do. Yeah, you go to the games, you're in the middle. No, there's a lot of self-discipline, there's a lot of self-drive, there's a lot of self-confidence. And I didn't really realise what you have to do, and you have to put extra in. Now, I think I'm at a place where if I stopped table tennis or stopped being an athlete, I could walk away and hold my head out high, because before I regretted like how I was as an athlete, lazy, didn't really know what to do. Now I do. I'm probably one of the experienced people and the athletes in the team, and I do work hard. I think people know that I work hard, but yes, sometimes the result doesn't go my way because obviously that's sport. But I think I work hard and put the effort in, and I'm glad that I do that now instead of when I was younger and distracted. And you sacrifice a lot, because I'm from London, but I live in Sheffield now, and London's home, and I could have said no, I want to stay there, but I moved somewhere I don't know, have no friends, and you had to change I had to change my environment, so that was a bit sad, but yeah.
Well, obviously it has paid dividends, but I appreciate there's a big sacrifice there. So but it's difficult when you do it, and when you're on your own, and nobody's there to be like, you've made a good choice. You know what I mean? You've made a good choice. I think you've made a good choice, obviously, for the Team GB and for your success. But obviously, you miss home as well, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I miss home. Sometimes I miss things to do with my friends, and obviously I can't do because I've been an athlete, and it's fair, and this is my life, and I've got a lot of support from my friends and family that they know that you actually can't do this and that, and they know, so it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they appreciate it and respect that as well. One of the things that is sort of coming across to me is you seem very sort of, like I said, you're very honest about some of the challenges of being an athlete, and that if somebody does listen to this or reads it when we put that out, who wants to get into table tennis, either from a Paralympic level or otherwise, maybe they just want to take their sporting interest to the next level and do the training. And what does it take, in your estimation, what key things does somebody need to get to the level where you're at? Obviously you're saying things like the training, the years and years of preparation, it's being realistic. What does it take, according to you, to get to where you're at, for anybody who's interested in taking their sporting interest to the next level?
I would say failure. Definitely you need to fail. You need to go in with a very broad mind to be like, okay, this might be difficult and it's not easy, but just I want to stick at it. You need help. You definitely need help. You need people helping you. You need coaches. You need links. You need people that it's a little bit of who you know, not what you know. You need a bit of that. You do need that, and you need luck. You need some luck in your journey. You definitely need luck, and things will fall into place. I'm a really big believer of things that fall into place and people there for you at the right time. But I would say just keep on going. Like, there will be a time where your time will come. You have to put extra hours in at the start. You have to, if you really want it. You have to sacrifice. Let's say your friends are going out on Saturday. You have to get up and say, no, I'm not going out. I've got to get up at 5 a.m. to go to Birmingham for a tournament, or training, or sometimes you got to pay, and sometimes you got to pay for training, and sometimes you got to come out, especially you have to come out your comfort zone. Definitely. You have to come out your comfort zone. You have to, for you to even improve, you have to come out your comfort zone and just push, and not everything's given to you on a plate. You have to go out and get it. And I think I speak for everyone in the team. Like, a lot of people have sacrificed a lot. What I'm saying, everyone's done in the team, and still is doing in the team. So
yeah. I think that comes across particularly in your move from London to Sheffield, how much you sacrificed, obviously being away from home, but it has paid dividends for your success. But again, it's something that's realistic that people don't always think. Sometimes you have to move away from your comfort zone, if that's the right way to phrase it, to succeed and to take it to the next level.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard living away. It's living away from, let's say, girlfriends, mum, family, friends, someone you don't know, and just getting up every day to train is hard. And let's say there's no tournaments going ahead, because it's easy to train in a tournament, but when there's that off season, there's no training, I find that the hardest, because there's nothing going on. Yeah, but it's the best time as well, because it's the best time to get well, don't want to be cringy, but turn on the beast mode, Good time to push the boundaries and work hard, which that's why I do like the off season, but at the same time it's very hard to there's a lot to work.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And 2 or 3 more questions now. What is your message, talking to you, talking about your family, talking about those people that have got behind you, your team? What is your message for the people that have supported you and have got behind you from day one, when you were very, very young, to right now?
I would say just say thank you for everything you've done, really, because as I said, you need help on the way, but some of the people that were close to me have gone, and I think that's a journey. I'm not saying passed away, I'm just saying close friends or close coaches have they come and go. People do come and go, for sure, I would say, and it's a journey, and and even though they're out of your life, you still got to be grateful to them, because they wouldn't believe in you, and well, they believed in you then, and now it's got you here. You still got to be thankful, even though they're not part of your life. Just everything that's coming, everyone that's come and gone in my life I appreciate through my career, because it wouldn't make me who I am and teach me and learn to the guy and the athlete I am today.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. And a bit of an odd question for you, I imagine, the next one. But what does downtime look like for you, Ashley? Because obviously, you're working when you're not prepared for a tournament. You're in the gym. You're working very hard. As I know, what do you do in your downtime? Are you a movie fan? Are you a music fan? How do you relax, if it's possible for you to relax?
It's actually not.
Right.
Yeah, so I would still probably go to the gym, but taper down.
Right.
So it's not as hard. So it's just, I still go to the gym 2-3 times a week, and it's not heavy. It's not hard. It's just being moving, stay healthy, stay moving. Another one would be go on my bike. I'm a big fan of cycling now, so I go on my bike and go where I live in the Peaks. It's beautiful, so it's hilly, but it's amazing. I do love it. So that's one, but mostly go out on the weekend, see friends. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do have to one odd drinks, but I know when to know my limit, because obviously go out, have food. I love going out for food and going into different places for food, seeing my friends. Mainly going out for food and seeing my friends, and going back to London. But chilling, reading, just normal stuff. But I'm quite just the normal athlete life, really. When you're recovering, you chill and sleeping. And watching Netflix, all that stuff. But if I'm on a break, like let's say for instance the Christmas break, we won't do any table tennis, but I'll still go to the gym 100%. Nice.
Have you got anything you're binging on Netflix at the moment? Put you on the spot, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. I'm actually watching. Actually, it's quite weird, but it's called You.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard good things about it.
Strange, very strange, but I'm just watching it because I've watched the first two seasons. I'm trying to watch Squid Games.
I've not looked at that yet.
Yeah, I've not got to that. I'm only on episode 1, but jumped on the bandwagon. But I just really movies, whatever. That's just me, standard. I'm a standard guy.
Nice. So have you got like a top film, top 2 films, or anything like that? Like a top one that you always go to?
If I'm down, I go to that awkward moment with Zac Efron, Michael B. Jordan, I think it's a boys' rom-com. I actually love it. And I probably would go for Netflix Suits. I do like a Suits on Netflix, so I do watch that. Big fan of Harvey Specter, so that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Nice one, man. Thank you for sharing those. A couple more, because obviously you talked about traveling and
Yeah, of course.
eating good food and stuff as well. I mean, it's one of those things. I imagine it's not as exciting as people think it is going to Tokyo because you'd be working all the time. You're grafted. Can you share with me some of your favorite memories outside of the obvious ones, where obviously you're winning and it's wonderful and it's wonderful for you and our country as a whole. Yeah, can you share some of your favorite memories and favorite traveling points?
I think luckily we went to Japan in 2019, so we got to see Tokyo before COVID. So that was honestly a very good tournament because it didn't feel like a tournament. We were tourists for like 4 or 5 days beforehand. We're like, oh wow, we've got to play a tournament. But then luckily, so when we got to Tokyo, it was more business this time for the Paralympics. So it was like, okay, we've seen Tokyo. Okay, actually, it's still a shame that we can't see it whilst we're at the games because obviously we've put in the hard work and we're here. So it'd be nice to chill out and see that. But to be fair, it was just seeing everyone win medals, being at the games, all the messages, just being a part of Team GB, or Paralympics GB, sorry. It was just amazing to be in that bubble, again for the second time. With all my teammates and different people. Yeah, it was just good. I loved it.
Fantastic, man. I can only imagine. And congratulations on all your success. And final question is, obviously for those that don't know and people that are just discovering your work and the work of the wonderful teams we have representing the country, what have you got coming up, either work related or otherwise? Anything you've got? This is the PR plugging bit of the interview where you can plug anything you want. What have you got coming up?
I have nothing coming up.
more stuff on Netflix. More stuff on Netflix.
Exactly. It's just at the moment. It's just training.
Yeah.
Training for at the moment we're training for the next season. So I guess getting stronger. It's a hard time for a lot of sports at the moment because there's nothing going on. Due to the pandemic. Pandemic has cost a lot of tournaments to not run, and everyone's got the Paralympic blues. Still on a high. Don't want everybody, back to training. No, yes, some people are, some people are not. So, it's a strange time at the moment, but I feel like after Christmas, everyone will be getting back into it.
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to catching up with you after Christmas as well, man. That's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for your time today as well. I really appreciate getting to know a little bit better as well. It's been awesome, so I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, man.